Okay, well, welcome to the cave. Thought I'd do an update around what's been going on because we've had an interesting couple of days here. First of all, as I said on the last video, I took the Centaur out yesterday, took the Centaur out to Silver Hills Country Park. Great place. I mean, fairly flat, there's nothing challenging there, but wonderful. I'll chuck some photos up, but we got to the top of the trail or the top of the summit of the tall area there, and found that I was in rear-wheel drive, and that my drive shaft, which kind of should, my front center drive shaft, which kind of should look like that, or more accurately like that, looked like that. And what it had done is it had thrown the pin and center piece of the CVD out and had disconnected. Now, completely user error. This is nothing to do with the FTX or the Centaur. If you see, that looks quite worn and quite scuffed around there. I think while I was at the Nationals, that was rubbing on rocks quite a lot. And what you've got is there's a little, kind of like a circlip. It's a thick, it's like a ring. And then when that ring's got a gap in it, a bit like a piston ring, really. When you line it up correctly, there's a hole drilled through, and that's where you can slide the pin in that holds it all together. And it looks like what had happened is it had caught on a rock or something and just lined up nice, so the pin, I'll show you with the pin, if I can get the pin in now. There's my hole, there it is. So you can put the pin in, there's kind of, you might not see it on camera, but there's a little hole there, and the pin then slides in. And what you do is when you put it together, you slide the pin in all the way, which this one's not going to do now, and then twist the little ring so that it covers the hole. So clearly that had moved and popped out. There you go. So it goes in, and then you kind of twist the ring round, and that pin in there locks in. So got to the top of got to the summit there where the Miners' Memorial is. Two-wheel drive, so I kind of strapped it onto my rucksack, carried on. It's a lovely walk up there. I wanted to do a walk anyway, as with my daughter, so we finished the walk. But the Centaur is currently out of action with no drive shaft. Then Friday night, was at RC Complex, chatting away. Mark, who is Middle-earth Hobbit RC, I'd just done a video, and he was playing around with the Mojave Grom, and I was like, I've always fancied a Mojave Grom, and we were kind of chatting, and Mark, the owner of RC Complex, said, I've got one in second hand if you want it. It's a bit bashed, but we kind of talked, and I was like, yeah, all right, I'll do it, a project. Now, bit of a project. It had, the wheels and tyres were completely shot on it, to the point that the rear tyres were both worn through, not just the threads worn through. You could see the red wheel underneath. This is one of the good ones that was on the front. Hopefully that will show up on camera. It is completely bald, and it's thin. You can feel it's thin. The others were completely stripped. So, and it was dirty, and shocks had no oil in them whatsoever. So this is it now. Unfortunately, so I ordered some new wheels. They're just RC all-wheel drive, cheap wheels, wheels and tyres, just to see how it goes. Unfortunately, while I was stripping the shocks and doing everything, I forgot to turn the camera on. So there's a whole me chatting away, stripping all four shocks, filling them with oil, checking they work. Didn't turn the camera on because I am an idiot. So that was the other thing. And then obviously this is Spectrum Electronics. It's all stock electronics in there. The other thing you'll notice is it's had a bit of a hard life. It's got the titanium scrapers, which, well, yeah, we'll see. Not planning on running it on road much, maybe for the first run. It's been bashed, right? It's a basher. It's had a bit of a hard life. There's some kind of holes at the back here, but it's a Grom, and it was cheap on a project. The other thing you'll notice is that is the brushed body. but underneath, that is most definitely a 223S, or the 223. So it's had that much of a hard life. It's needed a new body, or whoever sold it to Mark had a spare body or whatever. They kept the good body for them and sold it with that one. But anyway, that's done. Really, really happy with that, how it's turned out. Binding it to this Spectrum Electronics inside. Yeah, it's Horizon Hobby. The DX Rugged Plus has SLT plus 4-wheel steer and SLT plus DSC. Now this has DSC. And I really, really struggled, probably because I didn't do enough research first. I could get it to bind fine. It bound straight up, but I couldn't work out. I tried using the AVC controls. It's not AVC. I know that now. And what I found out after a bit of Googling and YouTubing, I found out that if you just bind it and leave everything stock, button D defaults to DSC control. So what I was able to do then is, and if I grab this, I can show you. My battery is charging, ready to go out, so you have to exclude the multiple connectors. If we turn that on, just to give it some power. Now I'm running it at the moment, I will be running it on 3S, and I think it might be a bit mad, but we'll try it, because that's the only battery that Mark had. Okay, so minus 75 on Control D. Let's not do that. You can see no DSC at all. That's DSC level 1, 2, 3. Check that is 3. Yeah, and so on the control, so you can see on the control panel, so it's button D6, it's on plus 75 at the moment. You may not see that. Plus 25, minus 25, and minus 75. And minus 75 is effectively DSC off. I want on DSC medium, so we'll set that to that. And yeah, even on, like this is, oh, there's wires everywhere, this could go horribly wrong. Even on 2S, it's pretty rapid. So on the 3S that's charging over here, we'll see how controllable it is. No idea. Leave a like, let me know in the comments below how you run yours. I am probably, I'm going to get at least one more battery because it's a basher. It needs a number of batteries. Come on, clip it. I might get a couple of 2S's. I might get another 3S, see how it goes when I run it. But I'm looking forward to that. The weather's a bit changeable today, but it looks like it's bright at the moment. So we're going to head out and see how we get on. So yeah, there will be some photos. I'll chuck up a couple of the photos of Silver Hills. I've got 2 photos of the truck on the way up, so I'll put those in the video in a minute, and then if I get some good footage of this, I'll put that in and we'll see where we go. I've just come back from taking the Grom out, so we'll have a look how it did. Yeah, super happy. This thing on 3S is mental. I ran a whole pack through it. It's dry out at the moment, dusty with a couple of puddles. The only thing I did notice is I ended up suddenly having to put like -86 on my steering throttle. I've noticed it before, and it seems to be something where the servo saver, if you listen very carefully, one way it kind of feels like it slips, the other way you can hear the servo move. So I'm just going to take that apart and have a quick look at it. If anyone in the comments section has had that, feels like they know what that is, I'm probably going to upgrade that servo saver. I'm going to have a look at the splines on it in a minute and see how it goes. But I think that's the next thing for this, is to upgrade the servo saver. Got rid of most of the dust now off it and give it a bit of a clean up. But the suspension seems like, after the servicing that I did, now I can remember the camera. Yep, feels nice. So probably need to give it another good dust off at some point, but really happy. I mean, cheap tyres, not a lot of grip on them on tarmac, but I don't think they were ever designed for tarmac. Loads of fun. You can get it sliding around, really controlled. With 3S, I was definitely on medium DSC, so DSC level 1, 2, 3, level 3. Level 4 seemed like it was too much. 3, great, you could slide it around, have fun with it. Didn't feel like it was ever, and it would also still spin out. There was still some, you know, it's not cheat mode entirely. But yeah, super happy, great little car. Highly recommended. So, as I said earlier, thanks for dropping by. Won't be doing a video next week. I don't think I'm going to do some drone flying. I'm going away for the weekend, going to do some drone flying. Maybe just chilling out. And then hopefully in a couple of weeks, get back up to RC Complex, maybe get a video up there. Maybe do some other trail running if I get a chance. But until then, stay safe and I'll see you on the trails.